gather them all together, all these characters, put them in like a box, pull them out, and discuss who's winning the fight. Yeah, Drunkards and Sons
versus segment. Holy shit.
Die Hard.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
And I'm picking Mel Gibson from fucking Lethal Weapon.
Oh man, the Drunkards and Sons versus
Hagar the Horrible.
I'm gonna do John Carter from.
Oh, fuck him.
You like pull him out. Leatherface versus like Wolverine or some shit like that.
In this versus, we're doing it, splicing it up different ways.
Hey, welcome back to Drunkards and Sons versus. If you haven't catched it yet, me and Tom are gonna pick some random ass characters, make them fight in some form.
In some way.
But yeah. But anyways, tonight's category is romance.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh, you didn't say.
Oh my god. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we're gonna give it a shot.
I'll give it a whirl. Probably as good as Joe picking
Not
one of his
fucking
categories.
knowing
So,
anything.
now, with romance, do you want to do best couples versus each other? Or the best ones who had the greatest romance? Like, this couple was better than this couple because...
That's
in the end, romance, that's
it's
what
not,
it's about.
yeah, it's not gonna be like a fist fight.
It's not going to fist fight. It's going to be like, ooh, they loved each other better. Right?
I mean, I guess that's the way we're gonna have to do it. Loved each other better.
Alright, let's do it. I'm going with Zack and Miri make a porno. Zack and Miri.
Never seen it.
This is the greatest. It's a great romance.
Well, tell me about it.
No, you got to pick yours, and then we can go.
All right.
Why do you make me pick?
Why? I want to say.
picked.
I want to say.
It's a great romance.
I'm gonna save it. Walk to Remember. I'll have to explain that to him. So we're gonna tell stories now.
Yeah. So Zack and Miri make a porno.
All right.
Here's the concept. These two friends have been lifelong friends since school, right?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen is not so attractive. Elizabeth Banks, hot as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So, but they've been friends,
Yeah.
and then they decide to make a movie so they can pay the rent, and so they can make some money and easy cash. The catch is, at the end of the movie, they didn't have fucking the main character people were gonna have to fuck, and it was them. And then when they did fuck, it turned out to be this beautiful romance because they really loved each other, and they just never expressed that to each other. And the whole time, everybody's not watching a great porno because there's two people fucking who love each other, who are all up in each other's shit, so you're not seeing, like, their tits flying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shit ain't going everywhere.
Well.
And they realized they loved each other at that moment, and then he left, she left, blah, 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 ended up having to get back together, and they had a happy life. Short version. Your short version.
My short version. Okay. High school kids.
We're on the same lines here.
What happens is they one is like the chick. She's kind of like, I don't know, nerdy-ish, whatever. I don't know. And then you have the popular kid, which is the male, makes fun of people, does all that shit. Man, I haven't seen this movie in forever. But something gets them together. I think it's like tutoring or some
Is
shit.
it a Notebook?
No, because this is Walk to Remember.
Oh! I thought this was Notebook. My bad.
You saved that one.
Okay.
That was a big gun.
Never seen that one either.
But anyways, I think there's some tutoring or shit involved. And like, dude loosens up and she's cool and they kind of fall in love. And then she gets sick. And he's still doing like everything for her and shit. Basically winds up marrying her before she dies.
What?
And marries her because she's dying. Like, she had like a bucket list that they were checking off, and he helped her do it. And then they get married, and then she dies.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it was? That, like, they were so in tune with each other, they just had a bucket list?
Well, no, she had a bucket list because she knew she was sick, I think, and then it got bad.
She didn't tell him about it?
I don't think so.
See, these people told each other about crazy shit.
Well,
Zach and Mary make a porno.
but would you tell? Well, I guess you
It's a great
would
movie.
because that's a good. That's
They're
a good,
friends.
You've got to tell somebody you're dying.
Yeah, you gotta tell somebody. I can't believe she didn't tell the person that she was in love with.
I think that's what happened. I think she didn't know that she was dying, and then they came up with things for her to do before she died.
Is there something behind this?
I can't remember. The windows are open. There's probably a dog outside.
All right.
Not like outside, like roaming.
Sounds like
around.
something's like scratching the floor. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, but yeah, that's kind of it. They get married. She dies. She's sick. It's a good romance. I don't know Zach and Mary.
Zach and Mary's funny as one is funny as fuck. Two, it is it's touching because when Seth Rogen he's finally like, fuck it, I love her, and you know he does this thing and fucking, but she's not there, and he's like, oh no, I lost my chance, lost my opportunity, but then he's able to regain his opportunity, and then happy ever after. So. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen what the fuck this is. Walking the Clouds.
Walk to Remember.
Walk to Remember. This is almost like the Cider House Rules.
Yeah.
That's another romance Joe probably's never seen.
Yep.
Glad I didn't pick that. All right, so I think
You already picked one that I hadn't seen. I say...
I picked just two.
Let's be kind to each other, and let's vote for a tie this time.
Vote for a tie. Namaste.
All right, Zach and Miri.
No,
That was a good one. That was
All
a
right,
good one.
so another romance. I went first. You get to go this time.
All right, since we're on round two, I got to...
You know what? I think I even opened up for this one.
No, you didn't.
Okay, maybe I didn't.
Anyways, I am going to pull out the big guns. The Notebook.
So this is another movie I've never seen. And
Written by the same guy, by the way. Nicholas Sparks.
By who? The Cider House Rules?
No, the Walk to Remember...
Oh.
All the ones that I pulled out are written by the same guy, but anyway.
Okay, so another romance. I'm gonna have to pick.
Chasing Amy.
No, I'm not gonna pick that. I was about to say Turner and Hooch. Because the dog. It was a great romance. That's not what I'm gonna pick though. I think I'm going to pick.
I like the struggle over here. That's funny.
There's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of struggle going on. Because there's a lot of romance movies that I don't know what to pick. I think I'm gonna pick John Cusack and Diane Keaton in We Have Dogs, or what is it? We Have a Dog.
Must Love Dog.
Must Love Dog.
Something.
That's it. Yes. Yes.
I think I have seen it, but it's been like once.
I think it's Diane Keaton. I believe it's Diane Keaton. But I know it's John Cusack.
It is John Cusack.
It's John Cusack.
Man, he's in another good one, Serendipity. I can't remember that one. I haven't seen it in a while, but it is good. Oh man, no, there's no beat. There's no beating this, dude.
It's a good one. The reason I picked it is because I liked it when I watched it, and the reason I liked it when I watched it because it was like
there's dogs in it.
Well, I'm not a dog person. If anybody understands me, I'm not really a dog person. Yeah. I used to be. I thought I was, but I'm not. But this movie, like that was the reasoning why he would never get with somebody, because they would, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have, you know what I mean? It was like the hang up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. And then he ended up, I think it was Diane Keaton. Either Diane Keaton or Diane Weiss. One of the two.
Anyway.
About to look it up. But what it was...
The dogs brought them together at the dog park.
It did.
Like 101 Dalmatians or whatever.
It kind of did. And it was like, on top of that, because he was like an asshole. Like John Cusack was kind of like a dick and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't, like, the best of people in this movie.
Yeah.
Because he was a standoff guy. He's like... Because what it was... Diane Lane.
Diane somebody.
But Diane Lane is Superman's mom. Anyways. She's hot as fuck. Anyways. Fucking... But it just stood out to me as one of those... Like if I had to take
it was like a romance that you actually liked.
It was one of those movies like if I had to check him like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Let's check this out, right?
Oh, okay.
Like it and honestly, because I enjoyed it. If I enjoy it and had a good message and like they were both people who like were from bad breakups and all this shit and like they did their thing. You know what I mean?
All right.
That one kind of touched me.
All right. Cool. Cool. I'll have to check it out. All right. Notebook. Another high school couple. Well, they're not a couple because she won't date him, but he keeps trying. He's like persistent.
Really? So he's like a rapist?
Like if you rewatch it, it kind of gets a little bit weird.
Really?
Like he at the beginning, he's a little bit too much. He'd get
Ryan Gosling?
He would get Me Too'd or whatever. But
Rachel McAdams is the chick in it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got me there.
But anyways, and check it out.
Right now, you know what? Honestly, I
James
think Ryan
Garner.
Gosling. I think Ryan Gosling would beat the fuck out of John Cusack. And Rachel McAdams and Diane Lane. That's a tough pick. I'm sorry, but they are both gorgeous.
Yeah.
James Garner's in that movie?
Yeah, he's old Noah.
No shit.
Yeah, they're the same guy, and these are the same people.
Cyclops is in it, I see.
But, yeah, because he's a dick. Cyclops.
He's a dick, right?
Yeah, because they Rachel McAdams starts dating him because Ryan Gosling goes to war, and no, he doesn't go to war. She becomes a nurse in the war and meets Cyclops, and he's like staying
in the war.
No, he's not in the war. He's like, does he go? I can't remember if he goes to war or not. But he buys a house that
Never
she
seen
liked.
the movie.
But he buys a house that she liked and like remodels it because it's all fallen, broken down, and that's the first place they have sex or some shit. And like it just goes through this whole story. It goes through this whole story where she's with somebody else and he's like fucking this bitch, and they wind up getting back together, and they get married, and she gets Alzheimer's. And he goes to the nursing home every fucking day and reads the story of their love to her so she can remember
it. Wow.
And then they die together at the end.
So is he old too?
Yeah. Yeah, both of them. These are the old people. These are them and these are them.
Oh!
Yeah.
So James Garner plays the old
Ryan
Gosling.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because didn't James Garner play... No, that wasn't. I was gonna say the old Tom Hanks in The Green Mile, but it was the dude from the Little House on the Prairie show. Never mind. Anyways, so this topic is taking us everywhere, and I don't know who wins this argument tonight because we must have dogs in the Notebook. I guess it depends on which one do you think is. If you're a comedy lover,
romance lover.
I know, but I'm saying if you're a comedy guy, like
if
like
you
really and like you like nothing can touch me ever, and then like this movie with this romance hit, they could be like, oh. Now somebody's going to the Notebook, you know you're going to cry, right?
yeah, I get you, right?
Right. So you go into the Notebook, you're like, I guess we're going to cry at the end of this. It's real sad. But Must Have Dogs is really upbeat in tempo with a dark tone to it. Because they're like, I don't want to get involved with shit. And then eventually like, oh, you know what? I love your dog. I love your dog. We must have dogs. So I don't know who wins this.
Oh, shit.
I think it's me again. I think the Notebook is just too serious. And I think in the end...
It's a better love story.
I think in the end, the Must Love Dogs is a better love story because you relate to it more. Like what people like, you have a dog... Like,
I mean, I guess...
Like, you're not going to write a fucking notebook and read it to this broad. 9 times out of 10, by the time she forgets who you are, you're like, you know what? Fuck this bitch. She don't even know who I am. I come here every day. And you can't say shit.
But that's how much
I have to read this to you?
That's how much he loves her. He wants to... And she does come back now and then. And old man cries in it.
Really?
You see old man...
Maverick?
He cries. It's sad. It makes you cry. That's when you cry. Is when he cries.
It make me cry because I'm seeing James Garner crying. This guy's a badass. He's crying like a bitch.
But he's an old man now.
But I'm sorry, but I think like by the time you're like, you know what? Fuck your dog, lady. And then by the time you're like, oh, you little scamp, come here. It becomes you fall in love with your dog. Like, you must have dogs. I must have them.
There's more love in your movie than just two people. You got dogs too.
I think so. I think so. I think so.
I can't.
Can't give it up.
I
Because the
can't.
Notebook is that good.
It is. You
Just
gotta
because it
watch
won
it.
some fucking awards.
It probably didn't.
No, I think it did. I think it did.
What if this is our first verses that we just straight tie?
So far, we are tied. You know what? I'll give them that. Because in the end, how can you put a price on love? And if you felt that way about that person, then fuck anybody else, right? And if you felt that way about their qualms and their bullshit and their fucking dogs, then so be it, right? Or their fucking notebooks. So I guess at the end of the day, can't we all just find some love? This was another Drunk under the Sun podcast about anything and everything under the sun. This is D.U.T.S versus romance. Remember to check us out on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yes.
And remember, peace, love, save the fucking whales.
And dogs.
Fucking dog.
Gather them all together, all these characters, put them in like a box, pull them out, and discuss who would win the fight. Yeah, Drunk under the Sun's versus
segment. Holy shit.
Die Hard.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Because I'm picking Mel Gibson from fucking Lethal Weapon.
Ah, man, the Drunk under the Sun's versus
Hagar the Horrible.
I'm gonna do John Carter from.
Oh, fuck him.
You like pulling out
Oh,
Leatherface
wow.
versus like Wolverine or some shit like that.
In this versus, we're doing it, splicing it up different ways.